Everything around you right now, the air you breathe, the buildings where you study, and the people you talk to, makes up the environment. Part of this is the natural environment. These are the parts of our world created entirely by nature, like the rich soil, our deep lakes, and the roaring waterfalls of our national parks. Then there is the physical environment. These are the surroundings built by human hands, from the tarmac roads we walk on to the city skylines and concrete bridges that connect us. Finally, we have our social environment. This is found in the way we treat one another, the cultural rules we follow, and the energy of our busy marketplaces. Imagine walking through a busy town and seeing someone carelessly drop a plastic kavera, a simple shopping bag, right on the street. It feels like a small act in a man-made world. But because these three environments are connected, that one piece of litter on a concrete sidewalk eventually finds its way out of the city and begins to destroy the natural world we rely on. We can track exactly how this happens through the cycle of water pollution. This diagram shows a typical trading center at the top of a hill, with the community's village well sitting right at the bottom. As rain falls on that dropped plastic bag, it turns a piece of land litter into a moving threat. The rainwater creates a runoff, sweeping plastic and debris from the streets and carrying them downhill. Industrial waste from a local factory joins the flow. Toxic chemicals mix with the rainwater and the plastic, creating a larger, more dangerous stream of pollution. This combined waste eventually pools into the well at the bottom of the slope. The water used by the community turns muddy and unsafe, right where families gather to fill their yellow jerry cans. Understanding this chain reaction is the first step. To actually stop it, we need to be able to describe the damage so clearly that it demands attention. To make people listen, we need words that paint a vivid picture of the things in our environment. These words act like a warning sign, showing everyone exactly what the problem is. Instead of just saying chemicals go into the water, we describe the toxic fumes and the dirty water. These words show the true condition of our resources. We also need words that explain the way things are happening. These are the words that show us the speed and the carelessness of the pollution. For example, we can point out that waste spreads quickly through our water, while plastic bags break down extremely slowly. Using these descriptive tools transforms a simple complaint into a powerful report that people cannot ignore. Describing the damage is only the beginning. To understand why prevention is our only real choice, we can look at what happens when we try to clean a polluted lake. We start with clean water. By adding soil, plastic, and oil, we mimic the real-life runoff that flows from our towns and factories. Once it is mixed, try to scoop out the oil or the tiny particles of dirt with a spoon. You'll find that the oil forms a stubborn slick and the dirt stays trapped in the water. It is nearly impossible to make the water perfectly clean again. This is why we must stop the pollution before it ever reaches the water source. When we need to demand action or set rules for our community, we use a special set of words that carry the weight of our opinions. When we want to give strong advice, we use words like should or ought to. For example, we should plant more trees, and we ought to recycle our plastic bottles. But when we are talking about a strict rule or a deep necessity, we use the word must. This word shows that there is no other choice. We must stop dumping waste into our channels, and we must not burn massive heaps of plastic near our homes and schools. The landscape of Uganda is breathtaking. It is our shared home, and it is worth defending with everything we have. By understanding your environment and using your words to paint a picture and demand action, you have the power to keep Uganda the pearl of Africa.